Hello and welcome to Mastermind with me, Clive Myrie. In the spotlight tonight are Bashab Majumdar, a financial services professional. His specialist subject is the playing career of the Indian cricketer Sunil Gavaskar. Hannah Mimiet, a lecturer whose subject is the Hunger Games series of books and films. Miles Searle, a student, he'll be answering questions on the composer and conductor Leonard Bernstein. And Devon Crone, a teacher trainer. Her subject is the Norwegian artist Edvard Munch. It's a huge moment in the life of any quizzer given a chance to perform on the biggest stage. But appearing on Mastermind means you're in for a tough ride. 2 minutes of relentless questions on a specialist subject and 2.5 minutes on general knowledge stand in the way of you potentially progressing to the semi-finals. The challenge is daunting, but would you really want it any other way? We wish our quizzers all the luck in the world. They're going to need it. So can I ask our first contender to join us, please? Your name?
Bashab Majumdar.
Your occupation?
Financial services professional.
And your specialist subject?
The playing career of Sunil Gavaskar.
The former cricketer who captained India's national team in the 1970s and 80s. In 2 minutes, here we go. Sunil Manohar Gavaskar, known as SMG or Sunny, was partly inspired to become a cricketer by his test-playing uncle. What was his name?
Madhav Mantri.
Yes, Gavaskar made his test debut when he was selected for the second test of a tour of the West Indies in 1971 in a match held on which island?
Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, Trinidad. Which Pakistan player was the bowler during a match in Ahmedabad in 1987 when Gavaskar became the first cricketer to reach the milestone of 10,000 test runs?
Ijaz Faki.
Yes. Against which team in 1976 did Gavaskar captain India for the first time as a stand-in for the injured Bishan Bedi and led his team to an 8-wicket victory?
New Zealand.
Yes, in the third test at Melbourne in 1981, having reached a total of 70, Gavaskar was demonstrably furious after controversially being given out LBW by which Australian umpire?
Whitehead.
Yes, under Gavaskar's captaincy, India won the inaugural staging of which competition in 1984, held in Sharjah?
Asia Cup.
Yes, in the first test at Old Trafford in June 1974, which England player shielded Gavaskar from enthusiastic away supporters after the Indian player's century had prompted a pitch invasion?
Tony Greig.
No, Mike Dines. What was the name of Gavaskar's childhood friend with whom he opened the batting when India played their first one-day international against England at Leeds in 1974?
Sudhir Naik.
Yes. How many runs did Gavaskar score for a World 11 against the MCC at Lord's in August 1987, during which he announced his retirement from first-class cricket?
188 in the first innings and 0 in the second.
Yes, after India's win by 9 wickets against New Zealand at the 1987 World Cup, in which Gavaskar scored 103 not out. He was jointly awarded Player of the Match, together with which bowler and teammate?
Chetan Sharma.
Yes, Gavaskar's only test wicket as a bowler came in a drawn match in Faisalabad in October 1978, when which Pakistan batsman was caught on 96 by Chetan Chauhan?
Zahir Abbas.
It was Zahir Abbas. Basa, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 10 points.
Thank you.
And our next contender, please. Your name?
Hannah Mimiet.
Your occupation?
Lecturer.
And your specialist subject?
The Hunger Games.
The best-selling trilogy of dystopian novels by Suzanne Collins, published between 2008 and 2010, and their 4 film adaptations. In 2 minutes, here we go. At the start of the Hunger Games, 16-year-old Katniss Everdeen lives in District 12 of the fictional nation of Panem, along with her mother and her 12-year-old sister, who goes by what first name?
Primrose.
Yes, the annual reaping ceremony at which 2 children from each district are chosen to fight to the death in the televised Hunger Games is opened by Effie Trinket, an envoy to District 12, with the catchphrase, "May the odds be ever what?"
In your favor.
Yes, what alliterative 2-word name do rebels in District 13 give to their plan to transmit propaganda broadcasts, or propos, across Panem in order to incite rebellion against the capital?
Propoplan?
No, airtime assault. In the film Mockingjay Part 1, after a rebel propo starring Katniss is broadcast across Panem, a hydroelectric dam is shown being blown up by citizens in which district?
5.
Yes, when Katniss's best friend Gale is whipped for poaching a turkey in Catching Fire, Katniss's mother treats him with herbal medicine and an addictive painkiller known by what name?
Morphling.
Yes, what are the names of the cameraman brothers whom Katniss nicknames the Insects, a reference to their shell-like suits?
Castor and Pollux.
Yes, in Mockingjay, Katniss obtains a voice-activated navigation device called a holo, which can be ordered to explode by saying what word 3 times?
Nightlock.
Yes, the name of which fellow Hunger Games contestant prompts Katniss to think the names the people in District 1 give their children are so ridiculous.
Glimmer.
Yes, the soundtrack of the film Catching Fire features a ballad entitled Gale's Song, performed by which American band?
The Lumineers.
Yes, to survive during the Quarter Quell, a special edition of the Hunger Games held every 25 years, Katniss makes use of what device that allows her to collect water from trees?
A spile.
Yes, before the Quarter Quell, when Katniss is presented to the Hunger Games organisers, or game makers, she shows her defiance by repurposing a target dummy as an effigy and writing which former game maker's name on it?
Seneca Crane.
It is Seneca Crane. Hannah, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 10 points. And our next contender, please. Your name,
Miles Searle.
your occupation,
Student.
and your specialist subject.
Leonard Bernstein.
The life and work of the celebrated American pianist, composer, and conductor. 2 minutes. Here we go. Bernstein's passion for playing the piano began when his family received an upright piano from an aunt who was known to them by what first name?
Clara.
Yes, in the early 1940s, when he worked for a publishing house writing popular arrangements of jazz tunes, Bernstein adopted what pseudonym based on a German translation of his surname?
Lenny Amber.
Yes, Bernstein's big break came in November 1943, when, as assistant conductor of the Philharmonic Symphony Society of New York, he was called upon to stand in for which conductor who'd been taken ill?
Bruno Walter.
Yes, in 1951, Bernstein married the actress and social activist Felicia Monte Alegre at which temple in Boston?
Temple Mishkan Tefillah.
Yes, Bernstein first worked with the choreographer Jerome Robbins in the 1940s when they collaborated on which ballet?
Fancy Free.
Yes, what was the name of the made-up language which was created by Bernstein with a friend when he was young and which he continued to use in family circles throughout his life?
Hibernian.
Yes, Bernstein was nominated for an Academy Award for the music for what 1954 film that went on to win 8 Oscars?
On the Waterfront.
Yes, on the 10th of April 1963, Bernstein accompanied the jazz clarinetist Benny Goodman for the premiere of a sonata written by which recently deceased French composer?
Ravel.
No, Poulenc. In 1966, Bernstein conducted Verdi's Falstaff at the Vienna State Opera, working closely with which celebrated filmmaker who directed the production?
Franco Zeffirelli.
No, Luchino Visconti. Although Bernstein's stage musical West Side Story became a massive success, which producer, together with Roger Stevens, agreed to work on the project, but then backed out, writing, "I think we're in trouble"?
Harold Prince.
No, Joel Crawford. When invited to perform at the inaugural gala of President Jimmy Carter in 1977, Bernstein presented the piece To My Dear and Loving Husband, extracted from what full work which premiered in October that year?
Songfest.
Yes, Bernstein composed a challenging piece of music which contestants were required to perform. I've started, so I'll finish. Bernstein composed a challenging piece of music which contestants were required to perform as part of the Van Cliburn International Piano Competition in 1981, giving the work what single-word title?
Touches.
It was Touches. Miles, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 9 points.
Thank you.
And our final contender, please. Your name,
Devon Crone.
your occupation,
Teacher trainer.
and your specialist subject.
Edvard Munch.
The renowned Norwegian painter born in 1863, best known for his work, The Scream. In 2 minutes, here we go. In his early years, Edvard Munch was afflicted by poor health and was looked after by his aunt, who moved into the family home to help with childcare. What was her first name?
Karen.
Yes. For what building, now part of the University of Oslo, did Munch produce a series of paintings that took 7 years to complete, including works such as Alma Mater, History and the Sun?
Aula.
Yes. What was the name of the wife of Munch's distant cousin, with whom he had an affair in the mid-1880s and who's believed to be the subject of his painting Hulda?
Militolo.
Yes. What was the animal-related nickname of the Berlin tavern, officially called Gustav Turk's wine and beer cellar, where in the early 1890s Munch socialized with the writer August Strindberg?
The Black Piglet.
Yes. Which Danish poet and friend posed for a study depicting Munch's recently deceased father as a figure silhouetted in the moonlight in the 1890 painting Night in Saint-Cloud?
Emanuel Goldstein.
Yes. Munch's most celebrated work, The Scream, was, according to the artist, inspired by a walk at sunset on which hill on the outskirts of Christiania, now Oslo?
Eckerberg.
Yes. Betsy Nielsen was the model for what 1885 painting by Munch, first known as Just Study, which is often credited with helping to pioneer the Expressionist movement?
The Sick Child.
Yes, during a trip to Paris from 1896 to 97, Munch attended the gatherings hosted each Tuesday by which influential French art critic and poet?
Stéphane Mallarmé.
Yes, the building on Karl Johan Avenue in Christiania, where Munch and his fellow artists rented a studio in the early 1880s, had what nickname?
Paul Toston.
Yes. What title did Munch give to the journal that he kept while undergoing treatment at a private nerve clinic in Copenhagen from 1908 to 09?
Mad Poet's Diary.
Yes, following his death in 1944, Munch, against his expressed wish to be interred with his mother, was buried by the Nazi authorities in a plot in which cemetery in Oslo?
Our Saviours.
It was Our Saviour's graveyard. Devon, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You got them all right. 11 points. Oh, it's perfectly poised. Let's have a look at the special subjects round scores. In fourth place with 9 points, it's Miles. In joint second place with 10 points each, it's Barsha and Hannah. And in first place with 11 points, it's Devon. So now it's general knowledge. And if there's a tie at the end, then the number of passes is taken into account and the person with the fewer passes is the winner. And if they're tied on passes as well, it's a tie break. So let's ask Miles to join us again, please. Miles, you start with 9 points. You've now got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. Most of the Iberian Peninsula is occupied by Spain and which other EU country?
Portugal.
Yes, in March 2025, a 4-year-old whippet called Miuccia from Venice won the Best in Show award at which televised annual event?
Crufts.
Yes, what sweet-smelling compound with the chemical formula CHCl3 was once widely used as a general anaesthetic?
Chloroform.
Yes, what was the surname of the Irish nationalist leader with the first names Charles Stewart, who campaigned for Home Rule in the late 19th century and is commemorated with a bronze statue in O'Connell Street in Dublin?
Daniel O'Connell.
No, Parnell. In 10-pin bowling, what's the highest possible score in a single game, which is achieved with 12 consecutive strikes?
300.
Yes, the Japanese ritual of chado, also known as chanoyu, involves the preparation of what hot drink?
Tea.
Yes, what regal-sounding nickname was given to Rowneybury House, a property in Sawbridgeworth, Hertfordshire, when it was bought by David and Victoria Beckham in 1999?
King's House.
No, Buckingham Palace. Which motor racing driver won the 2024 Formula One World Championship?
Max Verstappen.
Yes, what name, derived from Scots Gaelic words meaning great sword, is given to the double-edged broadsword used by Scottish Highlanders in the 16th and 17th centuries?
Musket.
No, Claymore. Which actor won an Oscar for his performance in the title role of the 1982 film Gandhi?
Ben Kingsley.
Yes, ossification is the formation of what type of tissue within the human body?
Bone.
Yes, the best-selling 2018 album, 50 Years, Don't Stop, featuring hit singles such as Albatross, Little Lies and Everywhere, is a collection of tracks by which rock group?
Fleetwood Mac.
Yes, which American car manufacturer, founded in 1902, was named after the French trader who more than 200 years earlier founded the city of Detroit?
Cadillac.
Yes, the metric unit of distance, the micrometer, used to measure microscopic objects, is what fraction of a meter?
1/1000th.
No, 1/1,000,000th. In international money markets, the letters HKD are an abbreviation for the name of what Asian currency?
A Hong Kong dollar.
Yes, I am the love that dare not speak its name is the last line of a poem entitled Two Loves by which British poet?
Lord Byron.
No, Alfred Douglas. What's the surname of the brothers Ashley and Jordan who rose to fame as members of the street dance troupe Diversity, the winners of the 2009 series of Britain's Got Talent?
Banjo.
Yes, which museum on Trumpington Street in Cambridge is named after a Viscount who died in 1816 and bequeathed his art collection, his library, and a huge sum of money to the city's university?
The Fitzwilliam Museum.
It is the Fitzwilliam Museum. Miles, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 22 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Bashab. Bashab, you start with 10 points. The score to beat, as it stands, is 22 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. In a well-known phrase often attributed to Andy Warhol, in the future, everyone will be world famous for how many minutes?
1.
No, 15. What fish has a colourful Japanese variety known as koi, typically kept in ornamental ponds?
Koi.
No, carp. The poem Funeral Blues, sometimes known instead by its opening line, Stop All the Clocks, was written by which 20th century poet?
Benjamin.
No, Auden. What major South American river flows from its source in the Guiana Highlands and, for some of its length, forms the border between Venezuela and Colombia before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean?
Amazon.
No, the Orinoco. The first 3 movements of which symphony by Beethoven have titles that translate as Awakening of Happy Feelings on Arriving in the Country, Seen by the Brook, and Joyful Gathering of Country Folk.
Sorry, pastoral.
Yes. On a golf course, what's the usual term for the hazard sometimes known as a sand trap?
Bunker.
Yes. In the context of dates, the abbreviation AD stands for what 2-word Latin term, often translated into English as in the year of our Lord?
Anno Domini.
Yes, the 2024 cinema release subtitled Folie à Deux, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga, is a sequel to what 2019 film?
Joker.
Yes, the name of which silvery grey metallic element with the atomic number 24 is derived from the Greek word for colour?
Palladium.
No, chromium. The song Big Spender, which was a UK hit single for Shirley Bassey in 1967, is from what stage musical which opened on Broadway the previous year?
Chicago.
No, Sweet Charity. According to traditional royal etiquette, a formal letter to the king should end, I have the honour to be, Sir, your Majesty's humble and obedient what?
Servant.
Yes, in geometry, what specific name is given to a rectangle whose 4 sides are all equal?
Parallelogram.
No, square. Which heavy rock band, fronted by Steve Tyler, collaborated with the hip-hop group Run DMC on the 1986 UK hit single Walk This Way?
Oasis.
No, Aerosmith. Constantine the Great is acknowledged to have been the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity and is traditionally believed to have been baptized by which saint and pope?
Augustine.
No, Sylvester. What name derived from a French verb meaning to crunch is given to a small savoury cake usually containing meat, fish or potato that's coated in breadcrumbs and fried?
Pass.
It's croquettes. So that was your only pass, Bashab. And at the end of that round, you've got 15 points.
Thank you.
Next up, it's Hannah. Hannah, you start with 10 points. The score to beat as it stands is 22 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. According to a common expression, two's company, three's a what?
A crowd.
Yes, which former manager of the England national men's football team was awarded a knighthood in the 2025 New Year's Honours list?
Stanley.
No, Gareth Southgate. And more than 8,000 feet, Mount Ida is the highest peak on which Mediterranean island?
Greece.
No, Crete. Michael Stipe, Mike Mills, Peter Buck and Bill Berry were founder members of which American band formed in Athens, Georgia in 1980?
Sum 41.
No, REM. Which British author wrote the Gormenghast trilogy of fantasy novels published in the 1940s and 50s?
Mervyn Peake.
Yes, the beauty products entrepreneur Trini Woodall and the fitness coach Joe Wicks appeared as guest investors on the 2025 series of what television program?
Dragon's Den.
Yes, when used in text messages or on social media, the letters BTW normally stand for what three-word phrase?
By the way.
Yes, which British fashion designer who made many outfits for Diana, Princess of Wales, created the dress worn by Queen Camilla at the coronation in 2023?
Alexander McQueen.
No, Bruce Oldfield. In architecture, a type of narrow balcony fitted with railings outside an upper-story window of a building is named after which Shakespearean heroine?
Juliet.
Yes, the name of which filmmaking company noted for book adaptations such as A Room with a View, Howard's End and The Remains of the Day comprises the surnames of the producer Ismail and director James?
Goldwyn Mayer.
No, Merchant Ivory. What bird whose common name refers to its bright orange or yellow crown has the scientific name Regulus regulus and is, along with the similar firecrest, one of the smallest birds native to Britain?
Kingfisher.
No, Goldcrest. What's the literal English translation of the name Le Roi Soleil, which was applied to King Louis XIV of France?
Sun King.
Yes, in 1871, which Prussian statesman became the first chancellor of a united Germany?
Wilhelm.
No, Bismarck. What name, after the British writer who postulated it in 1955, is given to the principle that work will expand to fill the time available for its completion?
Orwell.
No, Parkinson's Law. Abertay University is based in which Scottish city?
Dundee.
Yes, the English town of Melton Mowbray, near Leicester, is known for its many local producers of savoury pies filled with what meat?
Pork.
Yes, what name, derived from a Greek word meaning scorching, is given to the bright star in the constellation Canis Major, that's popularly known as the Dog Star?
Sol.
No, Sirius. What full name is shared by a Swedish actress who plays Jenny Lind in the 2017 film? I've studied so I'll finish. What full name is shared by the Swedish actress who plays Jenny Lind in the 2017 film The Greatest Showman, and a British singer who was a runner-up on The X Factor and has had hit albums entitled Heaven, Freedom and Superwoman?
Rebecca Ferguson.
It is Rebecca Ferguson. Hannah, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 19 points. And finally, let's have Devon again, please. Devon, you start with 11 points. The score to beat to get through to the semi-finals is Miles's 22 points. You've got 2.5 minutes on general knowledge. Here we go. What word for a type of liquid soap used to wash hair is derived from a Hindi verb meaning to press?
Shampoo.
Yes, all odd numbers, when written out as words in English, contain which vowel letter?
E.
Yes. What word for a person who works with animal hides to make leather was also a common nickname for the pre-decimal sixpence UK coin?
Tanner.
Yes. In the first two series of the television series The Crown, which actress plays Queen Elizabeth II?
Anna Friel.
No, Claire Foy. In which Olympic sport contested in a swimming pool by 2 teams of 7 players is the aim to throw the ball into the opponent's goal?
Water polo.
Yes, in 2022, which one-time press secretary and advisor to Tony Blair began co-presenting a podcast entitled The Rest is Politics with the former Conservative MP Rory Stewart?
Alistair Campbell.
Yes, the small European country of Liechtenstein is situated entirely within what major mountain range?
Pyrenees.
No, the Alps. The Mexican actress Salma Hayek was nominated for an Oscar for her portrayal of which artist in a 2002 film?
Frida Kahlo.
Yes, what dog breed, which originated in Africa and is classified as a hound, is commonly described as having no bark, but instead has a cry that's often likened to a yodel?
Poodle.
No, Basenji. In the 2025 Brit Awards, which Irish band, whose UK hit albums include A Hero's Death and Skinty Fear, won the International Group of the Year category for a second time?
Boyzone.
No, Fontaine's DC. What handheld gripping tool, often used in DIY to extract nails or to twist wire, has a plural name derived from a French verb meaning to bend or to fold?
Pliers.
Yes, Starbuck, the first mate on board a whaling ship, is a character in which 19th century novel by Herman Melville?
Moby Dick.
Yes, the artist Vanessa Bell, who was a member of the influential Bloomsbury Group, was the elder sister of which novelist and literary critic?
Sylvia Plath.
No, Virginia Woolf. Which English castle near Deal in Kent has been the official residence of the Lord Warden of the Cinque Ports since 1708?
Leeds Castle.
No, Walmer Castle. During the 4th century BC, the forces of which Macedonian were victorious at the battles of the Granicus and Jaxartes and the Persian Gate?
Alexander the Great.
Yes, the stage musical Here You Come Again, which opened in London in 2024, is the story of a die-hard fan of which American country music singer?
Johnny Cash.
No, Dolly Parton. A road called the Overseas Highway. I've started, so I'll finish. A road called the Overseas Highway connects which chain of islands to the United States mainland?
Hawaii.
No, the Florida Keys. Devon, at the end of that round, you had no passes. You've got 20 points.
Thank you.
So let's have a look at the final scores. In 4th place with 15 points, it's Bashab. In 3rd place with 19 points sits Hannah. In 2nd place with 20 points, it's Devon, which means in 1st place with 22 points, it's Miles. So he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him. If you'd like to be a contender in the next series, please go to our website, bbc.co.uk/mastermind, and you can follow us at Mastermind Quiz. Join us again next time for more Masterminds. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Well, I mean, I feel absolutely brilliant. I mean, it was a huge surprise, I think.
In 1st place with 22 points, it's Miles, so he goes through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to him.
At the end of the 1st round, you know, being in 4th was definitely, you felt like there was a weight on your shoulders because you feel like almost you have to give it an extra push in the general knowledge round. Well, I'm a student at the moment, and well, being in my gap year just before heading off to university it seemed like the perfect time to do Mastermind.
And your specialist subject?
Leonard Bernstein. Very happy to be able to, you know, answer questions on something that I'm really interested in, and I've spent months reading about and really, you know, getting into the life of Leonard Bernstein. Fancy free.
Yes.
On the waterfront.
Yes.
Songfest?
Yes.
Of course, the questions that I didn't get right are always going to be slightly annoying. The question on the West Side Story producer, for example, I'd read that just before I came out into the studio, so to get it and then sort of, you know, freeze up mentally slightly is annoying. Franco Zeffirelli.
No, Luchino Visconti.
Going into the 2nd half, being in last place after the 1st round, I thought, well, we're going in for speed at this point, and I was going to answer the questions as quickly as possible, trying not to sort of sacrifice on accuracy. But I think that in the end was sort of, you know, what won it for me. Crufts.
Yes.
Max Verstappen.
Yes.
Fitzwilliam Museum.
It is the Fitzwilliam Museum.
My dad is a London taxi driver, and so I was thinking, well, the great Fred Housego, you know, holding the glass bowl. So it's something that I would like to do. I mean, I'm not deluded. I'm not going to say it's a definite, but it's, you know, sitting in the chair at the end, I was thinking, well, now I've got through to the semi-final. Why not see if I can go the whole way and, you know, do one for the taxi drivers, I suppose.